Pause for your helpful self. Kids can pause and parents too. Now, we last talked about some places you can pause, and they were at home and at play and at school. Today, we're going to talk about some more places, and we're going to start on page 26. So you can also pause when you're doing chores, and the little girl is thinking, well, actually, it's not a little girl that's thinking, I didn't even see him. It's Happy. Woof. We can practice pausing while doing the chores. Boy, he's sneaky. I didn't even see him in there. And she's thinking, I'm grateful I can help my mom. And he paused and realized, I like helping at home. And what she's realizing is being helpful is so calming. And he's realizing it's fun to help. And it does look like fun. Looks like they're potting some flowers. And you see, they have 4 people are using the pause buttons. Now we can also pause at the store. And let's see, this looks like lots going on in this picture. Oh boy. Let's see, where do we start? Well, first of all, it's the mom and her 4 kids. And the girl, she's saying, I don't want to shop. The boy's saying, I want to go home. And the mom, she's thinking, first of all, the pause button showed up. And she's thinking, oh, I need help. Okay, helpful self. What can I say or do that is loving and helpful for me and my kids right now? And that little baby is just going, wow. I don't think he's big enough to have a pause button yet. But this brother, he gets the pause button too. And he says, oh, wow, how can I help? And you know, I'm sure that's happened to you before too, where you see everybody's kind of needing a moment, and you feel kind of like you stop and pause, and you might get calm and realize what is the right thing here for right now. We can pause on adventures. And it looks like we have a dad and his son riding a bike. And we have the happy son again. And the boy gets the pause button and says, oh yeah, no, he thinks, oh yeah, I can have fun and tell my dad what's on my mind. And the dad gets the pause button and thinks, it's so fun being with my son. Pausing for my helpful self really helps to bring us together. And you know, sometimes when you pause, you might find there is something that you want to share with your mom or your dad or somebody close to you. You can pause wherever you are. I just love that happy son. Now we've got a dad and his 2 kids, and it looks like they're on a picnic. And the boy says, I can practice pausing and choose to slow down. I can feel calm and safe. And she says, I can pause for help too. The dad, he stops and gets the pause button. And then he thinks, I'm so happy I'm practicing pausing. from my helpful self. It really helps me to hear and listen to my children. And oh, look who's hiding behind the bushes. Happy. He likes to be around when everyone is happy. You can pause whatever you are doing. Looks like some more pause needed stuff is going on. Grandma was cooking and something didn't go right. And she says, "Oh no, dinner is ruined. What am I going to do now?" It looks kind of overcooked to me. He says, "Grandma, we can practice pause for your helpful self to see what will be helpful to do now." And there's Happy. And he says, that looks good to me. And you know, something else to keep in mind. Sometimes when something looks really hopeless to you, to somebody else, it might either look good or solvable. And again, you can see that for yourself if you take a minute to stop and pause. Here we are back in the classroom, and there's a chalkboard, and it says, today's subject, help with asking for help, paying attention and listening, and being a kind and peaceful classmate. And the student says, hey, the pause for your helpful self practice can help with all of these, which it can. And the teacher says, I could use the practice myself. Class, we could really come up with some great ideas by using the helpful self practice for these subjects. Who's ready to begin? And remember, you can always stop these videos too and talk about all the different ways and times to pause. Or you can pause the video to take a pause breath. You can also pause whomever you are with. Got the happy sun and a happy rainbow. And we have some kids thinking here. Awesome. I'm getting to know my helpful self. And this guy says, all right, my helpful self is my true self. Now I'm truly happy. They're actually thinking these things. And they all have the pause button in their minds before they start thinking about them. And here these two are reading the pause book. Pause for your helpful self. Practice, practice, practice. And practicing really is the best way to help you get used to doing it to where it happens really fast and it's really nice and fun and it's really easy. Pause for your helpful self who always wants you to be safe, who is always kind and always loving to you. And Happy says, important. Remember to also listen to your parents and teachers about being safe. And that is really, really important. So finally, we want to thank you for being willing to practice pausing for your helpful self. And by the way, you did a great job. I know you did. Remember, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and whomever you are with, the choice to pause is always yours, because we all have a part to play. All of us, every single one of us.